Benny and the Bets Week 9 since officially keeping track of records 2 weeks ago. We're 6-1, and I feel really good about this week too. So let's make more money. There's 5 bets that I feel good about. The one that I feel most confident about putting a Benjamin down on is the Pittsburgh Steelers covering the 14-point spread against the Cowboys. No 14 is a lot of points, but the Cowboys are on one end of the spectrum, Steelers are on the other. Steelers are 7-0, have the best defense in football in my opinion, ranked second best according to Football Outsiders defensive DVOA. Plethora of offensive weapons, and the Cowboys without Dak Prescott essentially are the Jets. I mean, they are a pathetic disgrace for a football team. I think the Steelers blow them the hell out and easily cover the 14-point spread. Number 2, similar situation, just not as crazy of a spread that we have to cover. Deshaun Watson just blew out the Jaguars back in week 5, and now the Jaguars are actively tanking by benching Gardner Minshew. This team is dead last in defensive DVOA and dead last in pass DVOA. Deshaun Watson's going to light these boys up, and the spread is only -7, -6.5 in some spots. Yeah, I'm hammering that. This is where it starts to get fun. The Ravens are underdogs. They're getting a point on the road against the Colts. Now, I will agree that if you just look at the metrics overall, this does seem like a toss-up. The Ravens, 20th in offensive DVOA, the Colts, 22nd. Ravens, 5th in defensive DVOA, the Colts, 3rd. Ravens, plus 71 point differential on the season, the Colts, plus 62 point differential. And if I didn't say it already, both teams are 5-2. Let's peel back the onion and let's ask ourselves, is this one of those situations where the Ravens and Lamar Jackson and everything that we saw him do last year, and they're 5-2 this year, even though they haven't been as exciting? Is this one of those situations where we can exploit? Lamar Jackson is dynamic. Even without Mark Ingram, J.K. Dobbins is dynamic. Mark Andrews is dynamic. Marquise Brown can be dynamic if Lamar Jackson ever finds him, but we know that that's not even really the Ravens' offense anyway. So even if Marquise Brown has another 4 for 30 game, the Ravens can easily win. Let's look at the other side of the ball. Phillip Rivers doesn't really excite you. Their running back timeshare doesn't really excite you. Their receivers, with T.Y. Hilton probably not playing, and he hasn't done anything all year anyway, none of them really excite you. And then their 3 tight end rotation, none of them really excite you. I'm not saying that they're a bad team. Collectively, they make a good team. But I think they're 5-2. If you go look at the teams that they've played this year, their schedule has been relatively easy. And you look at the Ravens coming back, staying competitive against the Steelers, who are 7-0. I just think that this is a game where the Ravens win. I just feel really good about it, and you can get them on the money line at even money. So plus 100, you put 100 down, you win 100. Really like that. Seahawks, it's an every week thing, and I'm not going to stop. They're only -3 in this spot. It's let Russ cook season. Josh Allen has spike weeks, and he could absolutely do us in here. So if you want to just go money line, that's fine too. But I do think the Seahawks cover the 3-point spread. I think they continue to keep it going. They actually just lost a couple weeks ago to Arizona, and then they were able to dominate the 49ers. So they've shown that they can lose, but that happens to every team throughout the NFL season. So I think that this is a spot where do I see the Seahawks going 7-1 and the Bills going 6-3? Yeah, I do. I'm continuing to rock with Russell Wilson. And then the last one, not as confident, but I still feel pretty good. The Chargers at home are only -0.5 point. You can just go money line and still make a lot of money. Just have them win outright. The Raiders are a good team. That's why I'm not as confident. The Raiders are 4-3 this year, and the Chargers are only 2-5, and they seemingly find a way to lose every single game. So how confident can you really feel? However, Justin Herbert is a baller, and I will put my money on Justin Herbert. I'll put my money on Keenan Allen. I'll put my money on Mike Williams, on Hunter Henry. Their defense is solid too. This is the thing. Both offense is pretty solid. Raiders, 13th in offensive DVOA, Chargers, 11th. But the Raiders are 31st in defensive DVOA. They can be had. The Chargers are at home. I think the Chargers are better than 2-5, of course, because they should have beaten my Broncos last week. I still don't know how to feel about Broncos winning games because we're stuck in purgatory. That's another conversation. I think the Chargers get the win in this one, but that's why they're ranked 5th, because the other 4 I feel more confident about. But I do think that Herbert gets the W against Derek Carr as well. So those are the 5 that I like. Hopefully, we will be 11-1 after this week. But if not, as long as we continue to stay positive, stay in the green, that's what this is all about. Yes, have fun with parlays, but I try to be better myself about putting a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there. So if you have a week where you go 4-2 or 4-1, 5-0, 3-2, you still can come out on top, which ultimately is what we're trying to do, in addition to trying to take down some of these tournaments if you also play DFS. Obviously, the other videos you can check out there as well. Hope everybody has a good week 9. Peace out.